Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another great rice cooker video to share with you. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome. Come on in and make yourselves comfortable. I love my rice cooker, okay, but not just the rice cooker. I love a small kitchen appliance. So if you're into cooking for one, like single serving meals, if you like your crock pot, if you're into, I don't know, the Ninja Creamy or the air fryer. I love a small appliance. So if you like that kind of stuff, be sure to hit subscribe. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. You already know, we got Jasmine in the house. That is the name of my rice cooker. And of course, because I always get comments on it, I will leave a link to this exact rice cooker down below. It is the 6-cup Black & Decker version. It's like $20 or something on Amazon. The price seems to fluctuate. Sometimes I get on there and it's like really cheap, and sometimes it's a little more, but $20-ish. But you could use any rice cooker. You don't have to use the one that I give you a link for. You can certainly find one at a thrift store if you want to as well. So today I actually am cooking every meal I'm eating in my rice cooker. I love doing a full rice cooker day because today I'm just cooking basically for myself. My husband's out of town for work. The kids have tennis in the morning. We have a play date this afternoon. Like, we're packed today. And so I thought, I don't want to do a bunch of dishes. I don't want to try that hard. We love the rice cooker for days like that. So since I'm just feeding myself, I thought it would be a great day to give it a go. So here we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in my rice cooker. All right, we are starting with grits. Now, every time I make these, somebody asks me what grits are. So if you're not from the United States, you might not be familiar with grits, but it is a corn product. It's really similar to, I would say, polenta. And you get a lot of bang for your buck with grits because the ratio of grits to liquid is 1 to 4. So a quarter of a cup of grits here mixed with 1 cup of water. And I do it in a separate bowl because I have found that grits can be a little bit sticky. I'm keeping this breakfast super simple. Salt and pepper are the only seasonings I'm using. I'm also grating about 2 ounces of cheese in there. This is Colby Jack, but whatever cheese I have laying around is the cheese that makes it into the grits. I give that a little mix, and now from past experience, I do know that hitting it with a little cooking spray is really going to help. And then I'm going to go ahead and just plug it in and turn it on to the cook function, and it'll automatically move to the warm function when it's done. There is just a little bit of like liquid still in there, but that's just fine. You can just leave it on warm until it gets to the consistency that you want. I do give it a little stir because I find that this is an essential step if you don't want it to burn to the bottom. Now I'm going to add some eggs. I know the average person is going to add like 2 chicken eggs to this. However, we raise quail in our family, so I'm using quail eggs, and about 4 quail eggs equals 1 chicken egg. So this is about 2 eggs worth of quail eggs, and I'm not going to put it on the cook function. I'm just going to leave it on warm and keep an eye on it. And it definitely is warm enough to cook those eggs so that the centers, the yolks are nice and tender, but I don't like them to be like super firm. I like a jellied yolk situation is my favorite vibe. And is it pretty beige? Yes. But it's fine. This is going to be super duper filling and very savory and delicious. And I went ahead and paired this breakfast with this incredibly juicy, perfect peach. And this breakfast kept me going all morning. It definitely was enough to fuel me for the start of the day. Moving on to lunch. I know, uninspiring. We have a box of macaroni and cheese, but just wait. I'm going to make it great. We saw this at Aldi, and my youngest son really wanted to try it. And for the rice cooker, for a box of macaroni and cheese, you want 1 cup of water and 1 cup of milk. And that's going to absorb into the pasta. You don't drain it. So you're already getting a lot more protein because we're adding that milk in there. I'm adding a nice hearty handful of spinach. Of course, I'm removing the stems because I don't want to eat those. We're adding the pasta in. We are stirring it up. And now we're cooking it on one basic cycle. You just plug it in, switch it to cook, and it will automatically go to warm once it like has uh, reached the whatever temperature. So there we go. And there's still a little bit of liquid in there. Of course, we give it a stir. We do not want it to burn. And here's my secret ingredient. We have some canned chicken breast. You could use leftover rotisserie chicken, or you could even put some like raw thawed chicken in from the start. But I didn't have any. Everything I had was either frozen or canned. So I just decided to grab the can. This is a great way to use canned chicken because I'm not like the biggest fan of canned chicken. It's like really only good when you put it in something. And this is a great way because a box of mac and cheese is pretty cheap. This is like the fancy version at Aldi, but still it's still something that's like really delicious and kind of not that good for you. But we add milk, we add spinach, we add chicken, and that makes it a lot more filling and a lot better for you. Adding that delicious cheese sauce. I know it's not everybody's vibe, but I love a pouch of cheese. It's so good. And I didn't have to put this on an additional cycle. I just put the chicken in there until it got warm, which was only a few minutes. And I'm very happy to report that my youngest son did eat this. So this is probably more than one serving, you know? It would be one very hearty serving. But this was good for me and my 8-year-old. So that worked out perfectly for lunch, and I would totally do this again. I really liked this mac. All right, for dinner, I had one tomato that I had in my fridge that I had to use up. I find that these like single serving rice cooker videos are perfect for like the lone vegetable that needs to be used. And we are working with quinoa today, and I love quinoa. It's high in fiber, it's high in protein. It's such a wonderful food. You do need to rinse it before you use it, and the ratio you need to remember is 1 to 2. I will put the ratio for the grits as well as the quinoa in the description down below. So we have a quarter cup of quinoa and we have half a cup of water. Adding more spinach because I'm not that creative right now and I had this big bag of spinach I had to use. So we're just putting spinach in everything today. I'm throwing in the tomato, pretty simple, salt and pepper, and I am putting in a hefty serving of some like pre-made Italian seasoning mix. I just wanted to add a little more dimension to it, but really we're going for simple and fresh flavors here. And I'm just cooking that again on the basic cycle. Set it and forget it, but don't really forget it because that would be bad. It would probably burn to the bottom. Anyway, gave that a bit of a stir, and we're good on the sticking today. Now we have the chicken from earlier, the other half of that can. I don't want to go to bed with any leftovers in the fridge. That is what we are trying to avoid. So we are going to use it for dinner. Give it just a little mix. And again, I just left it in there for a couple minutes on warm until the chicken heated up. Loosely, this is like an Italian flavored sort of dish. Really, those fresh tomatoes really shined here. It was simple, but it was good. And I thought I would top it with a little bit of balsamic glaze because it's like a little bit sweet. And the balsamic just like really brings out the delicious Italian flavors. And this was super filling, perfect. My kids are in bed. I'm laying on the couch. I'm throwing on a movie and I'm filling myself up. And this was really tasty. I would make this combination again. All right, you guys, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. A huge shout out and thank you to our girl Jasmine for smashing it once again and providing delicious and very easy meals for me today. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought. I also will include a link in the description that has a new rice cooker playlist that I've made since now I've made enough of these videos that like if you really wanted a solid binge or maybe you wanted to go back and find one of the specific ones that had a recipe you wanted to try, there's a playlist for them now. So if you're not satisfied with this video and you need more, it'll be there for you. Be sure to hit subscribe and like and comment and share and all the things that help us grow over here. I appreciate you guys so much and I will see you in my next one. Bye!